We mentioned it earlier. Tony Yayo was on Nori Drink Champs for 5 hours.
Oh, nigga, do you?
I bought that album too, man. I'm mad I don't have it anymore, but I definitely bought that CD. I'm gonna try to buy it again. But my son Yayo was up there. You know, Yayo is one of the best interviews you could get nowadays, just because he's so entertaining and he got a story to tell. But speaking about, I got a story to tell. He was on there mentioning it. Somehow the topic came up of greatest storyteller in hip hop, and him and DJ EFN, shout out to EFN, they got into a little back and forth about about Biggie or Ice Cube, greatest storyteller in hip hop. What do y'all think?
I think, okay, so first off, before we even get to this, I'm gonna just preface this whole conversation with, if you grew up anywhere on the east side of the planet, you shouldn't be saying anything other than Biggie. Anything other than Biggie, and possibly something on the West Coast, or the West Side, you never know. I'm assuming, because, and I'm saying this because when you grow up on one side, depending on what side you grew up on or you was raised on, more times than not, that's what was a part of your upbringing.
Yep.
Right. So your viewpoint is automatically gonna be biased. Right. So, and that's all I'm saying. That's all. I just wanted to say that. Like, more times than not, nigga, we gonna argue it's Biggie. And if you came up on anywhere on the west side of the planet, you should be saying, there's a few you could be saying actually from the west side. I think you got Pac, you even got Cube, and shit. Some might even could argue Kendrick now.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
that was what
yeah,
was interesting to me, because EFN he's a Miami nigga, but based off of what you just said and what he was saying in the interview, when that early age of hip hop, it was mad hate toward New York because we were looked at as top tier, creme de la creme, and we had that ego to where he was saying if you was in Florida, niggas would be like, yo, fuck that New York shit, nigga. We don't care about that. So they just, out of hate and out of like fuck niggas, automatically sided with the nigga that wasn't from the East, which would lead them to probably look into more of Ice Cube shit. Because I would think if you from the East Coast, Florida is the South, but it's the East Coast still. You would think just by region and geography, you would lean towards more of the East Coast New York nigga, but it was actually the opposite. They was not fucking with that nigga because they thought New York looked at themselves as like big. Look how it come around, big in the sense of the name and the rapper, as opposed to Florida was taking in everybody else, South, the West.
Now,
You know what I mean?
me personally, I think we all know who Biggie is and what he is and what he stood for, what he's done. Nigga, he's the GOAT. Like, there's no argument in that. The debate is storytelling. Now, we also know Biggie is a GOAT in that too.
We mentioned earlier, like every one of his lyrics are so vivid, you feel like you can see it as he's talking about it. That's the ability of storytelling in general, whether you rapping or just telling a story in real life. If you can visibly put yourself in that place, or for just the words this person is saying, yeah, you got a good skill.
Now, if you go back to that conversation with FN and Yayo, when they started getting heated, Yayo actually asked FN. He was like, "Are you fucking serious?" He like, Ice Cube's a better storyteller than Biggie. FN literally said, "In totality, yes." Now, with that being said, I love Cube. I feel like Cube is one of my favorite artists all time. I've been bumping him since I was a kid, nigga. Just the same way I've been bumping Big. Like, I'm not that biased because I've always loved West Coast culture as well. Like, there was no, I bumped everybody. Like, pause. Like, my, I, you know what I'm saying? Like, I fucked with rap. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So, uh, when you look at what Cube has been, what he stood for, if you want to just go, I effing said in totality, I don't even think it's fair. If you really want to go into it, the logistics of everything is not fair. One, because Biggie left us already early. He left us too early for us to even get a chance to, like, don't get me wrong, he was way before his time and he's still a GOAT. He's still the GOAT. The rap shit, but we not talking about rap. We
Yeah.
talking about storytelling. You can't compare damn near nobody to Cube. It's almost impossible.
Especially because he
Who you
wrote for other
comparing to
people
Cube?
too.
He done wrote for everybody that he was rapping with at the time. He got in while beefing with cops and all that other shit they was beefing with, like gang bang, all type of shit they was going through. He got into it with the labels, started going at the labels, started going at the niggas that he started out rapping with, and he was writing for them. So now he destroyed them too. On top of that, there's Friday.
Yeah, you can.
You know what I'm saying? Once you start stepping into that,
It's just
it's like,
unfair.
yo,
It's
what the
really
hell? Who
unfair.
is this man? Who
It's
is this man?
unfair, but it's kind of cool to see that Big still stands the test of time with such limited amount of work.
Man, hell yeah, because I think the what Yayo was initially arguing about, he wasn't thinking about in total. He didn't catch what effing meant, and I think effing should have probably elaborated on that a little bit because I caught it. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I think effing might have a bit of a point. What Yayo is more so arguing about is storytelling and rap
And rap,
specifically.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And I
That's
think
usually where the disconnect comes from.
right. I think
Niggas just don't be communicating right.
exactly. And they was drinking and smoking. So
So
like
niggas was beyond drinking. That nigga Yayo had like 40 shots.
bro. But it was still a ill ass debate because it made me sit back and think. And I'm like, bro, what the hell? How is he arguing? If anything, bring up Slick Rick. Like
I think
argue
Slick
Slick
Rick
Rick
was
and Big.
mentioned. I think
No, he
Slick
was
was mentioned.
mentioned.
Okay,
But I'm
yeah,
saying it, at first, but obviously the West East Coast, we not really, you know what I'm saying? So we like
Slick Rick is
Big.
another bias because Yayo brought him up. He said if it ain't Biggie, it's Slick Rick, I think. But that's
Right,
another
and they
bias on the
both
East
agreed
Coast.
on that. They both even agreed on Slick Rick.
You know what I think? Just this is the same topic, but on the topic of Slick Rick, I fuck with Slick Rick. I don't know, and it's not our time, so I wouldn't know. I wasn't there. But his impact on the other parts of the country, because I know coming up as a New York nigga, just listening to the radio in the 90s, early 2000s, you hearing Slick Rick, if you see me walking down the street and I start to cry. Like the whole, like all of you was hearing that shit blended in Slick Rick. So and it was one of those days, not much to do. I was
You
chilling downtown with my old school. Like all of that
basically
shit is like a blend of just hip hop culture, hip hop music that you heard is coming up on the radio in NY. I don't know how much of that they was playing everywhere else. Like that set where they would play just those string of like 5 songs.
but you gotta think of it like this. New York is the birthplace of hip hop, right?
Facts.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
When when these niggas was out here, you know what I'm saying? Adidas suits on, bad boy dancing on the streets, freestyling in battles, Slick Rick, like that's that era. Like that's that's you want to say the golden era. Like that's the where it all started. So
Pinnacle.
I would assume, Slick Rick took it as far as he took it. You know what I'm saying? With Dougie Fresh. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't technically know how global Slick Rick was though, but yeah, nigga, I don't know, nigga. From over here, he was.
What do you think about him saying this? He said Pop Smoke's deaths fucked up the city, fucked up NY.
Who said that?
Yeah. I don't know if that was the exact quote, but he was just talking about like how I forget what the context of the convo was, but basically with the death of Pop Smoke and Because remember, he was saying he was at an Airbnb or some shit with some homies, and they were like, "Yeah, this nigga Pop got killed like down the road," and he was like, "Yeah, it's time for me to go." But just in terms of Pop's death, how it affected NY and NY music in general.
I think I think he's saying something in that. Like I think if you were paying attention to, you know,
I think all of the
yeah,
people
you
that were
remember,
supporting Pop Smoke, like he was kind of like being presented as like the new face of the city in a
nah,
way.
bro. You
No,
gotta look at it like this. Well, yeah, that too. But it's not just bias though. Like he surpassed like that local, like
oh
just
yeah, he was
Facebook.
global.
Bro, he was about to be like they already started saying he was 50, like you know what I mean? Like he was about to be that. And you gotta understand the energy.
And the
The
type of
energy around when he was, you know what I'm saying? Like when he started getting up, like, bro, like what? They went on and made like 2 more albums of him. Like they
that and this that type of music too. Just speaking personally, like I know UK drill, and even if you're not talking about drill topics on the record, just that sound of music is very popular globally, not just America, UK. I mean the world. I got homies that's producers in Germany that this nigga got popping off of making local Germany artists or local like Euro artist that does drill records, not speaking English in their native language, but with a Pop Smoke like feature on it that he doesn't. I mean, he made it together. He blended the record on his original beat on some drill shit, but that style of music, that drill shit, is very popular right around the world, especially UK, but
word.
Germany, like that shit is big around the world. So Pop was he was that first one
You
from the
can't
States that
it,
big blew up.
you can't deny the energy. And plus, like you said, using him doing the drill shit, you know, without him even knowing, or if he knew or not, I don't know for sure. But it created that you know that UK connection where it's like,
Yes, yep.
oh shit, like these niggas is, hey, they doing that over there. Hey, like yeah, nah, we about to do this too. Like,
Especially
you know
within
what I'm saying?
the youth culture too. You got
Right,
niggas
right.
like Digga D, Central C. They was all able to pop because of the success of this nigga Pop Smoke.
Bro, the shit done carried on into other, you know what I'm saying? Other countries, bro, to where they speaking, you know, Japanese. Like you got Japanese
Amsterdam and
drill
shit.
and you know what I'm saying? So man, I just think the energy was insane. Obviously out here more than anything. But I think it's just like when 50 was killing shit, right? The influence was insane out here, right? But it was so noticeable because it was crazy globally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bruh, like if he's everywhere globally, you know, is his hometown. Like he's a walking
Fucking
billboard, bro.
king.
Yeah.
So just who would y'all pick? Mars, I'm gonna pick an answer. You pick one. Yayo, I mean Big, Ice Cube.
Big. What the
Totality.
fuck?
No, just with the qualifications that we have now. Totality and totality and storytelling. Big or Ice Cube. What you
I
got,
think
Party
Mars?
after next is
I think
trash.
you still have, you know, there's still
Fuck that nigga. I'm picking
technically
Big,
it's the
man.
argument. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
technically
picking
it's
Big. What type of
still
shit is that? Yeah, like come
yeah, it's not
on.
like a, you know,
That nigga
but
had help on the Fridays as well. Only one he really wrote was Friday.
All right, chill out. We're not about
all
to
right,
do that and
all
shit
right,
on my
bro. Come on,
man.
nigga. What the
I'm not
hell?
shitting on Cube.
Of
I
course he
love
had help.
Friday. I love
You're not
Friday.
successive, bro. You're not successfully stepping into Hollywood without help. You think Tyler Perry,
Shout out to
bro,
DJ
nah,
Pooh, man.
this nigga Tyler Perry damn near acted every role and all that. So I ain't
Yeah,
gonna use his
he can't use it. That's a bad
because that
example.
nigga's insane. That nigga's
Yeah,
insane.
yeah, word. You bugging. But I
Shout out
mean,
to all the niggas in hip hop,
I
man.
fuck with Cube. Shit, I want this song on my wedding. What's this shit?
And
You
they
can
do
do it,
niggas
put
that
your back
hard.
into it. You can do it, put your back. I need that song on my wedding.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
my shit.
that's a
that
legendation.
shit is insane, bro.
That shit is insane. That shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
And this, look at how we came. Cube is now he got the big three. Imagine what Biggie would have had by now. If he, you know what I mean? Like, who knows?
I
You see,
think
Hove got the Book of Hove. Like, it would have been great to see where Big would have been at.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't compare Big to anyone, but I am
gotta
going to
compare
give
that
it
nigga to
to Cube.
Jesus.
Yeah, I am going to give this to Cube pause because, man, like he was an era before Big.
Yeah.
Like, he was doing his thing before we it's like we kind of tapped in like the era right after. He was
Especially being
already
from the East
smoking niggas.
Coast.
Yeah, he was literally Public Enemy #1 type shit. Like, he was smoking niggas. Like, the labels wasn't fucking with him. He forced his way into bro, he was smoking shit. Like, he
Trendsetter, man. Pioneer.
yeah.
Real
So
shit. Like, he's that guy.
yeah, he's really that dude, bro. And the
But I'm
fact that he
biased.
wrote all of their albums, yeah,
I'm just biased. I'm
it's
sorry,
like
Q.
it's like bias versus like what happened.
Yeah. I'm
Like,
sorry, Q, man. I love you, bro, but Big is just from the town, man. I was born like a couple minutes away from where this nigga live, man. I'm sorry, gag. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna throw a tie for that, man. Like, if I gotta, between those two, I don't think I'm gonna give it to either one, man. I think they both are untouchable in what they do.
Shout out to everybody, man.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.